Top 10 reasons why you'll love living in Syracuse, New York. Number 1, we have national recognition. Forbes actually listed Syracuse as the best place for businesses and careers. We're ranked 38 as the best place to live in the United States by the United States News and World Report. Syracuse has it all, from affordability to lifestyle and emerging job markets and everything else in between. I think Syracuse is the next hub, and I'm also going to give you 9 other reasons why I think everyone is coming to Syracuse, New York, and why for us it's, well, home. The second, and one of the biggest reasons why people are continuously looking to move to Syracuse, is the home prices. The median price all across the nation is hovering around $500,000, whereas Syracuse's, it's only around $170,000. Now, by nowhere am I saying this is cheap, but it's cheaper compared to everything else that we've seen. And a lot of people, specifically moving from California, Seattle, Miami, and even Texas, look at Syracuse and say, it's where I want to be. To young families like ourselves, it offers a lot of things. When we think about moving to Syracuse, and when we think about moving anywhere else, the cost of living is apparent. But when we can actually afford something, it's super duper vital. The one caveat to this that I want to talk about is our property taxes. Our property taxes, especially in the great state of New York, is super high. And although our cost of living is cheaper, the property taxes is still higher compared to the national average. Purchase a $150,000 house, you're going to be paying around $3,800 in property taxes. So make sure you have all those numbers in consideration. The third thing is our diversity and cultural growth. Syracuse's population growth is primarily fueled by a few things. Number 1, its increase in Asian and Hispanic communities, projected to grow over 200% and 150% in 2025. This demographic change brings vibrancy and innovation, fostering a sense of community and camaraderie. It also fosters a sense of international cuisine. And trust me, I'm an immigrant from Nepal. I like my food. I like it spicy as well. Those Latinas, they know how to cook. Not just that, there's also cultural events like La Fiesta Italiana and the Syracuse Latino Festival as well. Overall, there's always something for several, and I think it's really, really imperative. When we came to this country from 2008 from Nepal, it was really, really important to us that we had a sense of community. And we've been here, actually, I've been here longer than I've been alive in Nepal. But more than anything else, our ability to grow, our ability to purchase properties, and ultimately our ability to make friends and have a sense of community, well, we found that. We have a lot of family that personally lives in Rochester and in Syracuse, and we're grateful. Number 1, it's a close enough drive, and number 2, it's awesome because it's not crazy expensive like anywhere else. Number 2 is our competitive real estate market environment. And you might not want to hear this, but let me tell you, this is actually a good thing. Syracuse currently has around 500 active listings on the MLS. And this may sound like a lot, but compared to other metros, and even compared to Miami County, this is nothing. Let me tell you, even compared to someplace that's close, like Columbus. Columbus has 5,000. I know, it's a lot. But it's also really, really good for you because these homes are selling right now at around the 17-day mark with a 5% increase in asking price. What does this mean for you? It means if a house is listed at $100,000, it's selling for $105,000. That's a good thing because it means people are actively looking and purchasing properties. And ultimately for you, if you do end up buying a property, it means the appreciation factor will 1000% be there. Number 5 is our economic resilience and growth. And this one is important. I talk about the Micron project a lot because I think it's an important topic to talk about. But the Micron project, companies like Micron supposedly are giving $6.1 billion in federal grants and investing it in this region in Clay, New York, creating thousands of high-paying jobs, and overall, for you, creating a massive economic boom. They're expected to bring over 9,000 construction jobs and 45,000 indirect jobs as a correlation to that. That's pretty nice. And they've also got a connection with OCC where they've got specific data working projects in collaboration with that college. That's a really good thing. The healthcare and education scenes are also running amok. Specifically, the Upstate University Hospital and the Syracuse University are absolutely places that are continuously growing. Now, the one caveat is obviously in terms of diversification, we don't have that much. We're a manufacturing and we're a education-based location. But with that being said, we've also got so much growth opportunities, specifically with the semiconductors, that I think we will see a lot of other industries make Syracuse home. We have a lot of you guys reaching out to us actively every single day saying, hey, listen, I want to move to Syracuse because of this, and this. And one of those things is the opportunity to get into tech, which surprisingly was not a conversation that we've had previously. But because of the fact that Micron is coming, Google, Facebook, and all these other things, I think that's a conversation that we're gonna have a lot more in the future. Number 6 is our high quality of life, and I mean it. We're only about 18 minutes commute from place A to place B, which when you compare to any other massive city is nothing. We've also got Oneonta Lake Park. We've also got Destiny USA, which is one of the biggest malls in the entire country. We've got Casanova Lake as well. We've got the Finger Lakes down south. We've got Rochester, the Buffalo Bills. There's a lot of really, really cool things. And because of our proximity to water, I also think that's gonna make things a lot easier to actually live in. Personally, I would rather live closer to the water than anything else because, well, I don't wanna be dehydrated the entire time. Combining with this, our cost of utility is also 10% lower than the national average. Things like groceries and dining are actually considered cheap here than compared to most other major places. And I think that's what makes Syracuse such a hidden gem. Because of the fact that a lot of people simply did not move here and didn't know about Syracuse, our cost of living is relatively low. And that's why there's so many people in the comments section saying, please stay away. They want to keep it a secret. But with that being said, I think more and more people are actively seeing Syracuse as a home base for themselves. Next is our educational opportunities. Obviously, we've got places like Syracuse University. With its law program, its basketball, football programs as well, it attracts students and scholars from all across the globe. But we've also got some hidden places that most people don't know about. Specifically, Lemoyne College and Oneonta Community College are absolutely fantastic places when you are thinking about going to school. Oneonta Community College has that partnership with Micron that we talked about, OCC, to specifically work on manufacturing these chips. So when you get out of college, you have a job right away. Am I moving my hands too much? I feel like I am. It's just how I talk, it's how we talk. It's so tiring today. I don't know why we're doing this. Oh man, so be it. Just keep that in the video. These specific schools also contribute a lot to things like the International Film Festival and also TEDx Syracuse University. The fact that people are going to school and learning and getting degrees means a lot from the educational sector. We want to make sure that Syracuse as a whole has education taken care of. And well, it sounds to me like we do. Number 8 or number 9, one or the other, is our rich cultural scene. We have a lot of culture that exists here. And again, we talked about all the people that are actively moving. One of my communities, I'm a Nepali person, we have a lot of Nepali people that exist and that live in Syracuse as well. And it makes sense from companies like TrueCare, which I'm actually friends with the CEO. If you want me to speak to him about what he's doing in Syracuse, let me know. But from companies like that and to every other bazaar or store and places to eat, I think it's fantastic to see that we are absolutely optimizing ourselves for people to come here, afford homes, own businesses, and then buy rental properties as well. But that's not all. From places like the Landmark Theater and the Everson Museum of Art, which holds tons of international performances, also to things like Syracuse Jazz Fest, which is absolutely amazing. You should 100% come. There is always something to do for everyone. Combining with this, you're also getting tons of visitors from all across New York State, making it so that you're getting the opportunity of continuously having more and more money circulating in the economy and the GDP. I think we're officially on number 9 now at this point. Listen, if you are thinking about making a move to Syracuse, New York, our information is right here and also in the description below. We'd love to chat with you, whether you're moving now or in 90 days. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We'd love the opportunity to collaborate and work with you. Now, talking to number 9 is our proximity to natural attraction. And this is one of my favorite things. Our proximity to the Adirondack Mountains, the Finger Lakes, and everything else in between is a no-brainer. We have a ton of natural beauty. From hiking to biking to boating to going on some wine tours, there's always something for everyone. City's own Green Lake State Park and Beavers Natural Center provides scenic gateway just minutes from downtown. Fall in central New York is absolutely beautiful. And combining with this and combining with our last topic is, community engagement. I hate using the word family because obviously we're not family, you know what I mean? You don't really know me. But we are a strong community. We get down when it comes to watching Buffalo Bills or when it comes to going to Syracuse University and watching those basketball games or watching those football games. It's important to us that every single person in the community feels like they're a part of the community. Specifically, tight-knit areas like Eastwood and Strathmore, they foster a strong sense of camaraderie that's really not found anywhere else. From block parties to farmers markets and neighborhood associations alike, there's always something for someone. The city is going through its own rejuvenization patterns. From fixing I-81 to allowing Micron to build, to the sunroof projects and everything else in between, I think Syracuse is a fantastic place to live. And also, I think Syracuse is continuously growing. I think there's so much more things to it. Again, our story began a few years back, and I'm so glad that I have the ability to call upstate New York home, that we get to see our family, that our sense of community exists, and more than anything else, our kids are safe, we can afford homes, and we have the job security that most other places simply do not. That's why I think Syracuse is so fantastic, and that's why I think you should know every single thing that's happening specifically in 2025. If you are curious about that, watch this video above here. See you soon.